Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Friday live stream ink time. Ooh, all right. Not sure what that was about, but thank you so much for joining me. If you're here, you are probably familiar with my work a little bit. You probably came here from the InterStella Indiegogo campaign. And again, thank you so much for those of you who have supported that campaign. And sorry, getting a few things set up here. Yeah, just so excited. We are getting so close to getting these orders shipped out to all of you amazing people. It looks like we are hopefully going to get the books in on Monday to my house, so then I can mail them out to you. So if you are watching this and you're like, what is she babbling about? What are we talking about? Well, I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Jessica Vanderpool, and I'm an illustrator, and I'm working on a comic called InterStella Space Angel. Actually, I'm not really working on it anymore because it's done and it's about to be printed. And it is printed. It's on its way to my house. And I did a campaign back in August, a crowdfunding campaign, and a ton of amazing people stepped in and helped supported the book to get it printed so that we can get it into the physical realm and not just the digital world. So thank you again for all that, guys. Really appreciate it. We are getting ready to wrap this thing up, shipping out the books this week. Knock on wood. Hopefully nothing else goes wrong. It's been a long haul, and it's been a while since I've actually live streamed. So I just to catch you guys up. We had the campaign ran in August, and I've been working really hard to get all the bonus content of the book created, and then going through the process of finding a printer to print the book, and through a nationwide paper shortage and all the fun that brings. But the book is printed, and it will be in your hands very soon. So with that, today I'm going to be doing some inking because we had some people who supported the campaign. They were able to refer some friends, some other people to back the campaign. And as a reward, I promised to do some little 4x6 inked drawings for them. And I have a few of them here today. I was kind of thinking of just doing one, but if it goes pretty quickly, maybe I'll do another. Maybe I'll do all three. We'll see. So let me go ahead and do some housekeeping first and just make sure everything is broadcasting where it needs to be broadcast. And hopefully I'm not like muted this whole time. Just making sure. It's been, a little rusty and catching up here on the fascinating life of YouTubers. All right, so let's see. We'll kick this thing off. Oh my goodness. I will mention I'm using a new streaming platform. It's with this little thing pointing to it. Restream. So normally I do StreamYard, but I'm trying something new today. So forgive me if I'm kind of like figuring out all the little details. Let me. You're late. Yes, that was like 30 seconds. 30 seconds. But yes. Well, thank you so much for being here. I just was talking to you earlier. And I'm glad that you could make it again. So I promise today I'm just going to be doing, as I was telling others, I'm just going to be the only one live streaming since it is directly related to the InterStella campaign. So we're going to keep the focus on that. But in the future, I do plan on doing more live streaming and having other artists come join me and come hang out and let's draw together. And it seems like it's almost impossible to get together in person these days. But with the digital realm, we can get together wherever we're at. So more of that to come in the future. But for now, we're going to start drawing. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on my handy dandy the desk. Look at that. Okay, making sure everything is still working. All right. And please feel free to comment. I know this is streaming on YouTube. It's also streaming on Facebook. So feel free to throw a comment in, or, you know, whatever you have any question, or if you just want to chat a little bit. I will be doing a lot of inking right now, but every now and then I will stop and answer questions and say hello. Hello, welcome. Glad you can make it. And you are working on a Speed Racer poster. Ooh, Speed Racer. That's something I haven't heard for a long time. Aw, makes me want to go watch those old shows now. All right, so first up, we have, put it on screen, and I apologize if it's a little, I don't know how this is looking to you guys. It looks a little pixely on my stream. I am streaming from my phone. That's my camera. It's probably going to be a little pixely today, and I'm sorry. There's unfortunately not a whole lot I can do about that. That's the next goal, is to upgrade all the equipment. But anyway, so this is a referral drawing I'm doing for Dojo Kun Comics, and her name is Star Step. So this is one of, I think, his characters, or I'm not sure if it's one of his characters, but it's a super villain turned super heroine. So it's, yeah, let's see, it's a little bit Blurrsville. Yeah, I know. Well, we'll see kind of how this goes. Maybe, you know, I saw it like move and it was like, let's see. Oh, hey, welcome. And you set it to, oh, maybe I should, I don't know if I'm a little worried to fiddle with it too much right now. Again, with this new streaming platform. Let me go ahead and actually make it a little closer too. Start with that. Not sure if the white will help. Is that better? Worse? You know, it'll actually be okay when I start inking. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Okay. You know what? It will be what it will be. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Fine. I'm going to be using Micron pens, and this cool. This is the Zebra. That's a brand. Fude brush pen. Hiya. I actually don't use this end a whole lot because I draw really small. I prefer. Oh, you know, I'm pretty small. Here, I'll show you. There you go. Voila, it's a pen, but it's a nice flexible nylon nib. So it's a little, again, it's not the best quality, but it's a double-ended pen, not refillable. So it goes, and then I do have this guy too. I forgot his name. Oh, it's also by Zebra. And it's too blurry, and you can see it, but you can trust me. It says Zebra right there. So anyways, these are the pens I'll be using. And then we'll go from there. Okay. I'm also debating turning on a little bit of background music. I don't know. I'm afraid YouTube will get very angry if I do, but it really helps inking. I don't know if they're going to kick me off. Let's see. We're going to put it on low in the background. If the music is annoying, please let me know and I will happily cut it out. But it's just kind of hard being totally like dead silence. Okay. Okay, here we go. So I'm not going to probably chat a whole bunch in the beginning. So kind of the important detail parts. So I got to really make sure I'm in focus. Some by now. Yes, I know that would be. It would be stellar. I gotta find. I have some. Okay, here we go. Sorry guys, I might just have to be this way. I'm here for the beats. Welcome, Amos. I know. Hopefully, we won't be turning too much after this. This is a 0.05 micron pen, so it is kind of itty bitty, but this is a pretty small drawing as well. And I like to, doing the face is kind of a scary place to start, but sometimes it just sets the tone of the drawing. It kind of gets it out of the way, any difficulty there. Takes some of the pressure off. I gotta fix her eye bit. Give me a second. All right. Okay, hard part done. For now. Oops. And I'm going to quickly pull up the reference I have for her. All right, there we go. Cool. All right. Let's see. I'm going to do the hair. I just realized I could pull on my cool inking glove. Oops. There we go. There we go. So if you're not familiar with this, it helps your hand drag along the surface of the paper and it doesn't like jump. So especially for like soft flowing lines where you kind of have to move your whole arm, it glides a lot easier. So I'm kind of new to using this, but so far I like it. Turn again. Let's see. Grab the other side of there. All right. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. All right. It's looking pretty good. It's the second scariest thing to do, or just as equal. Flowy hair. I saw. Let's see. Amos says, I can't wait to get my copy of InterStella. Yeah! Oh my goodness. I can't wait to get these copies to you guys. Seriously, thank you for being so patient. You said it wasn't, okay. I know I'm saying your name wrong. You said it's not Knutson. Knutson? I know we were talking earlier. I knew in Knutson, so I'm kind of like used to saying that. Knutson, I think. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, so how do you get a copy of InterStella since you didn't back the project? Since it is on Indiegogo, it is, as of right now, it is actually still available to snag yourself a little copy of it. I forgot to actually put the campaign link in the description, so let me grab you a link for that. Give me one quick second. Knutson. Okay, thank you. Good. Knutson. Maybe I was saying my friend's name wrong the whole time. Oops. Sorry. All right, let me grab that link for you. Yeah, so it's the in-demand store is still open until this Monday. And then I will be eventually transitioning it to an online store through my website. But I will grab you the link right now. If you want to grab yourself a copy right before I ship them out, I still have some extras. And I will put these in the show notes at the end as well. Let's see. Let me see if that should come through. I think it came through for YouTube. May not have come through for Facebook. So if anyone's watching on Facebook and would like to know, I can send you that too. But yeah, so you can go in there. The tiers are still available. We have books. We have all the other goodies or not goodies. Whatever you're looking for, it's there until Monday. And then eventually we'll put it in our stores. So, okay. Checking it out. What's next? What should I work on next? I think I'm going to work on her suit. Just keep moving on down. Okay. Let me know. Hopefully the music's still good. Not too. It probably is not coming through amazingly well. I got to find a solution for that. Okay. I will say though, it feels so good to be making art again. Oh, I have missed it. I was making art in the fall, but it was a little under, the strain of a deadline, and just kind of nice to work on some drawings and have some fun. Right. I actually think the name of the superhero Star Step is kind of a cool name. I don't know a whole lot about the character, but ooh, that's a cool name. Let's see, so I feel like I needed to. Okay, I'll come back to that. Just trying to remember how to draw. Amos asks, let's see, are you still planning on making a longer length InterStella graphic novel? Absolutely. That is really the next iteration of this. It's going to take a lot longer though. So I'm figuring out how I want to approach it. If I want to post updates, as I make the pages, or make some pages kind of in hermit quietness, so I can just kind of focus on that. I'm not sure yet. Wait a minute, what am I doing with this? Oh, I just drew that incorrectly. Interesting. I think it's just supposed to be like that. Yeah, so it is what's next, and I have the outline mostly done. I mean, dialogue is kind of something I think is just going to happen as I work on my thumbnails and pages. But I know where the story is going, kind of what has to happen. By the way, I am going to have a guest on the show here. Okay, hi. This is my kitty Rainy, and Rainy is not helping right now. I'm sorry. Go back to your basket. Go on. No? Okay. All right. I'm going to have to kick you out of the room because, sorry. Fun fact, at 3:30 every day, she comes and sits right where I'm working. Say hi. Say bye. I'll play with you later. She sits right on my art and says I'm done for the day, apparently. Okay. All right. Yeah, she's actually, on a side note, I made a little statue of her the other day. So this is what she looks like when she sits. But she'll do this, just sit right on my sketchbook or whatever I'm doing, right there, and says, "You're done working." So, but I'm not yet. So, sorry, cat. Yeah. So sorry for the interruption, but I am really excited to dive back into the main story. I won't say you get a teaser of that at the end of the printed book, but there's just a page advertising the upcoming graphic novel. So, yeah. I'm just really excited to get working on it. Been doing a lot of art management up until then. And I don't know, I'm almost considering having someone else color it for me, or maybe just getting an assistant. I don't know yet. I'm just trying to think of ways like, okay, I've learned a lot on this project. I kind of figured out my process. I figured out that I need to work deliberately, but a little more efficiently. If I want to get anything kind of done in a timely manner and not just spend all my time on this, because I have other pursuits, and it's kind of like, okay, you say yes to something, you say no to something else. So what's the priority? What's the big thing that I want to really get done? So coloring, I don't know, it's necessary, but maybe someone else could do it faster and better, and then really frees me up for what I love doing, which is the drawing portion. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. Or honestly, even just simplifying the coloring. So InterStella Space Angel is very, as I've been calling it, very bombastic, really bright colors, very rich colors. The main graphic novel is going to be more earth tones, if that makes sense, because it actually takes place more on Earth. But it also might allow me to, which would be great. We'll see. Start by finishing sending out all the books and go from there. Okay, working my way down. Let's see, got a couple more comments. Knutson says you could always get someone to do part of the coloring. Yeah, like the flats. Yeah, thinking of, yeah, there's definitely a lot of different ways I can choose to approach this, and that is definitely one of them. Flatting isn't too annoying. It just takes some time, but time is invaluable too. So, or like I've thought like maybe I could do like the flats or like kind of the initial colors. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think working digitally caused me to really focus in like hyperactively on all the details and every like tiny details that were not important for a printed book. So I'm looking to do more of a traditional approach. In that way, it should, in some ways, actually speed it up, because then I'm not worried about trying to zoom in at 300% and draw super tiny details that really don't add much to the story and almost take away from the pacing. Okay, and I saw another comment come through. Let's see. Hello. Welcome. She says, I really like that your first move was to do an introduction of Stella, and in the process you learned to crowdsource, work with vendors, etc. This way you've learned the basics. It is, yeah, so true. We were actually talking about this earlier. Yeah, in an earlier live stream, I guess you could say, and it's been so invaluable. Just, yeah, practicing on a smaller scale. Like, what am I doing? 1 second, let me grab my other pen here. Realize I have a brain moment. I have to think Oops, wrong one. I don't know where it went. There it is. One second. Let me just grab this detail. So I think, yeah, so that's been one of the biggest things, as I've told people, that why I wanted to do InterStella Space Angel was 32 pages of story, and the printed version actually has about 16 bonus pages in addition to the story. But it did allow me to practice on a smaller scale of what it's like to make a comic without, and just took out a lot of the scary factor. It also gave me a chance to introduce a character and kind of tell like a side story that probably wouldn't have been told if I hadn't done it. And it is available to read online, so it's free to read online, the main story. You can go to my website and read it there, but I included some bonus, like behind the scenes work. I've included in the printed book. So there's behind the scenes, there's like a little bonus comic. So a lot of little extra things. So, you get something for helping support the printed version of the book. So yeah, it's been invaluable, but I'm ready to do the main thing now. Casper says, colors are so great. Can't you just outsource the flats? Yeah, the color. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's going to be interesting to see. I want you. So the comic at the end of this printed version of InterStella Space Angel has a color scheme and more of an approach that I think is going to be a little bit closer to what I want in the actual graphic novel. So it's a little bit more earthy earth tones, just because it just fits the story better. And saving kind of some of those bombastic color moments for when it's needed in the story. Oops. So I don't know yet. I kind of have to feel it out. I think I know what I know for sure is I really want the drawing to do the heavy lifting. So we'll kind of see. But yeah, either I outsource the flats or figure out something just to like save on time, because it takes, or just minimize how, instead of like doing everything on a page, like kind of focusing on what parts to highlight, because comics are really a cumulative art form. It's not like I come from more of a traditional art, like a drawing, like you make a painting and you make it as good as you can and it's fine, that's all detailed. But comics are really a cumulative experience, and so I find that if you do too much detail, sometimes it slows it down a little too much, the pace of the story, and can take away from it. It worked for Space Angel, but I think I need a bit of a different approach for Out of This World, and that's the current working title for the main graphic novel. And I saw Amos posted. Let's see, one of the good things I noticed that Jason does a lot in Cithra is just stick a texture under his flats and call it good. It is surprisingly effective. Oh man. And that's kind of, I did it a very little bit in the story of InterStella, but I didn't do too much because, again, it was in space. In space, you kind of think more slick, polished, not as textury. But I did it in like some of the planets and some of the scenes there, and it does work. You kind of have to find the right texture. It conveys a different mood. Yeah, but I do think that is a really good method. And what was I going to say? There's something else. Yeah, so I have other stories planned. I'm so sorry. I know I keep turning this and it keeps pixelating. I have some other sci-fi stories planned that I think would be perfect for the current Space Angel coloring theme. So it's something I'm not going to like give up, but it does definitely have a little bit more of that comic book, Western superhero comic color theme that you see in a lot of those style books. Let's see. Try that. And it's pretty fun to do too, I will say. I just want to free up some time to make sure I can not just I can't spend as long as I did on Space Angel with this book. Otherwise, I will be 80 by the time I get it done. By that point, no one will be reading comics anymore. That'd be really sad. Instead, it's all like virtual reality. Okay. Well, a little thick, not too bad. I can tell this pen is getting a little bit old because it doesn't have as quite, let's see if you can see it here. So you can't really see it. But anyways, it's so fine. Like if you go really fine and suddenly it gets like really thick, it's just a little uneven. It's just starting to get old. Let me see if my other one, I have multiple versions of it. So grab another one. Find a tool you like and just hold on to that thing as long as you can. Yeah, this is actually not much better. Might be time to break out a new one soon. Beefiness. Right there we go. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to add these little fun energy looking things. Let's see if this is the right one for it. It's going to be too thin. In case if anyone's watching and they don't know why I keep turning it my page, the reason why is it helps you draw curves better, since when you draw you put your hand down and you turn it on a pivot, you make a natural arc motion. And so when I'm following this line, it's just easier to use this rather than like this line goes this way. It's much more awkward to try and pull it your fingers in. So that's why artists tend to do that. A little art snack for the brain for the day. Okay. Don't trust my inking hand. We're going to do it this way. Not quite the level of doing everything with one pen yet. I'll get there. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's a drawing. All right. And I'm going to throw a little color, not color, but marker, monochrome flats on here. Wow. Suddenly I don't have words to say. Drink some tea. Ooh, that's good tea. Actually, I'm going to go for my smallest pen that I have. It's 0.03. It's itty bitty. You can't even like hardly, oh my goodness, hardly see the nib of that. All right. No, I think it's actually pretty good. I'm not going to mess with it anymore because that's usually where I start getting in trouble. All right, so here we go. We got this. Okay, hopefully I can do this. Trying to figure out what colors I want to start with. Let's start with the rest of her suit. Goes down there. Okay, so the whole thing there and there. Ooh, and I just saw where I forgot a line. Oh, and I forgot another line. There we go. Did I forget anything else? Okay, gloves. Welcome, Robert Roberts. I'm not sure who. Sorry, I just looked up and saw this. So I'm like, yeah. Well, welcome to the chat. And Punk Moth, I love your line work, and I'm excited to get my physical copy of InterStella Space Angel. Oh, you did a fantastic job on it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Love your name too, Punk Moth. Thank you. I'm really excited to get the book to you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for being patient. Since it's taken so long. I am so excited. We have everything we have everything is in except for the books. And they should hopefully be here on Monday. So I'm told. So I'm hoping that the shipping these UPS will be true to that, and we'll get them on Monday. And I'll be then working this week to mail them all out. We have all the goodies. We've got shipping supplies. We got everything except the books. So just waiting on those. And then celebration once they get all shipped out. Oops, sorry, I was going down here. I didn't see. Oh, that's right. Roberts, I saw Space Angel when you were in Critical Blast a while ago. It feels like a while ago, right? Awesome. Well, thanks for sticking through the long haul of this project. And oh, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out on the live stream. I miss hanging out with people. That's just been the hard thing, is when it's doing art is amazing and wonderful and fun, but it's also can be pretty isolating because you're working and focusing a lot on your own. Anyone who's an artist can attest to that. So after a while, I'm like, just miss hanging out with people or talking art or yeah. So it's just fun to emerge and start chit-chatting again. I guess that makes me more of an extrovert than I realized. I always thought I was just an introvert. There we go. So I'm exploring the world of Copic sketch markers, and they're kind of fun. It's not something I normally do a whole lot, but I kind of add a little more dimension. And apparently they are refillable too, which is always great. They cost a little more up front, but hey, if you save money on refilling them, I'm all for that. Okay, I just used that one. I'm going to keep going a little darker. So she has darker hair and darker skin, but I always like to start light. I come from a watercolor background. So when you do watercolors, you have to really preserve the light color of your paper. Because it's kind of hard to go back. There we go. So it's easier to slowly go darker and not too quickly. But these are kind of fun. They blend a little bit, almost like a watercolor. A little bit. I'm still figuring them out a bit. All right. And Robert said, are you the colorist on your book too, aren't you? So if you do letters, you were on your own. Yes. So I did everything on InterStella. Did the colors, did the lettering, whatever thing that ends in ing. I did it for the book, and I wanted to. I mean, obviously, like I wanted to get a feel of what it was like to go through that process and understand the work that went into it. Plus, I'd have to hire someone if I didn't. That I really wanted to figure it out. So I was the one who did all of that. So really, going the independent comic creator route on this one. But I might get some help on future books. In fact, I'm pretty sure I will, because if I I have other art and other things I want to do, and I just don't have time to do them if I am trying to do everything to a certain caliber. So I gotta have to figure out where I need to get some help on that. And I just saw that Anthony just joined. Hiya. Well, hello. Hello. It's been a hot second. How are you? So good to see you guys. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to work. What color do I want to use? Let's start with this. There we go. Yeah, better to always start a little lighter. These and what I'm learning about these pens is they definitely are. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, I didn't realize I still had it up. They go a lot darker onto the page than kind of what you anticipate. But that's okay. It's driving me nuts. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, this is like the lightest one as well. But it does go down a lot darker. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to go darker on certain things here. I'm just gonna go a lot darker. Yeah, we're just gonna do it because it needs it. It just means I have to bring everything else a little bit darker at the same time. Okay. And I'm probably gonna add some highlights on top with my gel pen. And I'm gonna do the additive route as well. Okay, there we go. That's looking a little more accurate. So it means that I'm gonna have to bring the suit a little darker. Sorry, I'm not showing the reference because I'm not sure if it ought to be shared or shown. Ooh, let's see. Oh, this is gonna be pretty dark. Let's see. Yeah, yellow. I leave that highlight's gonna be really bright. Or I can fill it in. Ooh, but that looks kind of fun. Look at that. All right. These pens are actually kind of fun. I like them. Oh, and I didn't know. Does anyone else heard that Prismacolor, to your artist, Prismacolor is discontinuing their markers. They're no longer going to make them. So I've not been using a lot of markers, but I imagine for people who have and are Prismacolor fans, they will no longer be selling markers. It's kind of a big deal. Prismacolor is a pretty big company for art supplies and colored pencils, and they've done markers for a number of years. So it's kind of, I don't know, I find it surprising, but I think maybe Copic just bought out the market from them. But I don't use their stuff, so it doesn't really affect me directly, but I feel bad for everyone else who does, or those who do use them and rely on them. that right there. We get to a place where make sure everything looks right. Yeah, those boots are gonna have to be a lot darker too. There we go. Let's see. While I'm doing this, I saw being a legend. Nice. Just can't help it, huh? Just can't help being a legend. Let's see. Robert, I enjoy your style. It's a mixture of realism and comic book adventure, a lot of skill, and it looks like you enjoy drawing women in human forms the most. Is that true? Yeah, actually. I love a good character. It's fun. It's thank you, by the way. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if there's a name for it. Every time I try to describe what I draw, it's like I don't draw anime. I don't really do like the Western style of comic books. You know, that it's just like that certain Stan Lee style or whatnot. See, I don't even follow them a whole lot either, but it's somewhere in between. And there's no name for it, but yeah, I love drawing. I love drawing characters. I'm not a huge fan of backgrounds, but I will be happy to make a nice setting or a scene for a character to live in because it really makes them pop and look really great on the page. But yeah, I like that. I did a little more watercolors. I haven't done a lot of watercolors lately. I miss them and I would like to get back into them. So I've done a lot of that too in the past. Children's book work. Kind of varies. Yeah, I like doing a lot of different things. And I saw some more. No. Anthony says Prisma is awful. Goodbye, Prisma. Yeah, I have some still ins. I didn't like. In fact, well, I'll just quickly grab one because the nib was different. And these are a lot older too, so I don't know if these have changed. So, oops, let's do that. Prisma color, and then this is your Copic. But with Prisma, you only get like the chunky end, and then a really hard nib. And there's no give to this, so it's great for really fine work. But this has it also has a chunky end, but this is nice, soft, flexible nylon nib. It just really helps. It feels like watercolor actually, so I do like that. And looks like Ghost Cat has joined us. Welcome, hello, thank you so much. Thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, it's actually it's coming together. Oops, that's a really dark color. Ooh, I almost put that in the wrong place. Okay, but I'm kind of getting to the point where I think I can start finishing this because I think I might do another one of these at least. I kind of need to get them done anyway, so I mean, you guys are welcome to stay as long or as little as you like. I just need to get some stuff done, and it's fun hanging out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, all right. This is getting there. And ooh, that was darker than I thought. it's okay. It's actually still the right color I need. So one thing is just trying to like cap these. It's really hard. Okay, let's make my hair a little darker. Get some of that nice highlighties. Okay. I don't want to get too dark up there. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Okay. Okay. I think we're almost ready for some fun little highlights. And then call it good. Don't think I missed anything. Quickly check the chat. So we got some Mr. Knutson says, I love using watercolor and colored pencils, oil pastels. Yeah, I've wanted to do more of the colored pencils because I think it adds like a nice texture. But I haven't done a whole lot of it yet. But every now and then I'm like, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool to do. Let's see. I can go to sleep knowing Prismacolor is gone. Of the markers, what do you call it? Yeah, the colored pencils are still here as far as I know. See? Oh, this is like probably 20 years old. But I like the colored pencils. But I've also not tried many other ones. But I'm okay with the markers gone. Are these commission pieces? So these are referral prizes. So during the campaign, when when a backer had referred another backer to support the campaign, I think it was, every backer they get a little 4x6 drawing. So it just is an incentive to encourage people to like get the word out, get your friends to back the campaign. And it's also really fun because then I get to draw something really fun too. So win-win. But I need to get these done because now the books are about to be here. It's like, oh, guess what? These need to be shipped out too. So I need to make sure that these get where they need to go. This is really the last piece. All right. Okay. I don't think it needs a ton of highlights, but we'll do a little bit. Let's see, make sure. Get a little bit on the face, a little more shadows. The problem is I can get so like just deep dive into this and then like, oh, it's fun to do, but I gotta keep going. All right, and I should be present just a little bit. There. Okay, good enough. I'm missing something. It's down here. Let that dry. Okay. Look at that. Oh, it's just so much fun. Highlights. Do too much more. Oh, hello. I should do that. Chunky end, try the other end. There we go. All right. I think it's probably pretty good. Probably time to move on to the next one. Could spend forever just noodling away at details. All right. Oh, yeah. What do you think? I really like how that turned out. Yay! Oh, man. All right. Okay. All right. We're going to call that done, at least for now. So that is Star Step. She's stepping. Step. So cool. All right. Well, I will show. The next one should go a little faster. Maybe I'll go for 3. We'll see. So we're going to say goodbye to Star Step for a little bit. She can go over there. Hello, Stella. So this, obviously, if you're familiar, let me adjust all my lighting. This is Stella. Also, this was also commissioned by Doja Goon Comics. So he had a lot of referrals. So I'm kind of doing all of his today. But this one was Stella racing a comet. So kind of envision like the comet like trying to beat Stella in this race, and I don't know who'd win. Well, I think we know who'd win. Okay, so we'll see how quickly I can do this. I'm going to start with that's pretty small. Again, I am so sorry it's so pixelated, guys. I think next time I'll try to see if it can get better. Our router is downstairs, so maybe it's not very efficient for this. This one is like particularly tiny. But I like drawing small, so it's okay. What a fun question. Amos asks, okay, if InterStella became a movie, who would you cast for her? Honestly, I don't even know celebrities that well who would cast her. I don't know. Suggestions? It would be fun. Wouldn't that be fun? I don't know. It'd have to be, someone peppy and a high voice. Not like a high squeaky voice, but kind of this little like fairy-like character almost. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I need to first get the book done before I start thinking about movies. And then I saw Mr. Knudsen says, "Hey, thanks again for your feedback and advice on how I should approach making my first comic." Absolutely, thank you. That was really, I love those conversations. And you are on. We were chatting earlier, so yeah, no, you're already on the right path. You are definitely on your way, and it's clear that you've put the thought in for it. I think honestly what you have is a really great start. He read us a bit of his story plot line, and just I think it's good to start where you're at. There's nothing to lose. And that's a great thing with like drawing, you can kind of like ease into it, and it's definitely more approachable. It's not like a pass fail sort of thing. Okay, gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with her lips here. Sorry, I'm moving around like crazy. Let's see. I normally do this at the end, but I'm gonna put the eye glimmer in now. Oh, it's so small. There we go. And you probably can't see that on the screen very well, but just enough that makes a difference. Oh, come on. All right, good enough. I feel like if I do more, I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay. I saw one more come through. Take some water. Ghost Cat asks, "Do you have other stories you want to make into comics?" I do. Yeah, there are definitely which scares me because it takes. I'm like, how on earth am I ever going to make time? We'll see. I have I'll just say that I have a cyberpunk. I'm kind of interested in like a cyberpunk story, but that's not very well developed yet. And I don't know if I can or not, but I would love to do like a Star Wars fan fiction almost. But it's copyright, right? So it would probably just have to be a labor of love. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I'm probably gonna do something regardless, whether it's just not paid or we'll see. We'll cross that bridge. But those are the first two that come to mind. All right, I'm going into hair mode. I think I probably need my other one for this. Yeah. Ghost Cat said, "Ooh, Star Wars." I'm like, yes. Oh man. And that's where I think that the coloring I did for Space Angel would do really well in a Star Wars comic. All right. There it is. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, this is the worst one. Be gone. I really just need to pull out a new pen. Okay. Ooh. I like looking down, like, oh, it looks so good. And I look up at the screen, and it's like a pixely mess. I'm like, oh. So one of my next goals is to upgrade my streaming equipment. I know you guys can't see it, but I have like a MacGyvered phone attached to like a phone holder, but attached to this, and cables and cords everywhere in front of me. So it's a good thing it's probably out of view. But it works for now. Okay. Let's turn this around. It's going to be a little too hard to do. Oops. Cat hair. Oh boy. You can't see it. It's like drawing and suddenly I hit a cat hair. Let's see. Catch up on some of the chat. Ghost Cat, I've been reading Star Wars book called Heir to the Empire. It's amazing. I love Heir to the Empire. I've only read it once, and kind of recently, like in the last 3 or 4 years recently. Yeah. Oh, I enjoy it. Are you into? There are 3 books in that trilogy. So, how far are you? Are you first book in, or have you finished the trilogy? It's sort of like the Star Wars movies, like the that we wanted to see the continuation of the classics. That's what it feels like to me. So I'm a classics Star Wars girl, and it's like, oh, this is what it feels like if they continued it. It's really fun. And it's neat that they actually brought back some of the characters from that book into the more current canon. I like that. Whoa, they're a little heavy-handed. Okay, so you just started the book. Yeah. Oh, have fun with it. Ema says, one thing about Star Wars that's so recognizable that you could do a Star Wars fanfic without using any trigger words. Yeah, but everyone know it's still Star Wars. It's true. I mean, there's nothing against like making fan fiction art. I would just not be able to sell it unless somehow I could get on the inside of the good graces of Disney or whoever does Star Wars comics. Was it Dark Horse? I think. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the goal. That's my one day like ultimate dream. Not ultimate, but one of my dreams would be like, that'd be really cool to like make a Star Wars graphic novel and have it like be okayed by Dark Horse. We'll see. One step at a time. First, InterStella. I figure though for that though, I need more experience. So I'm kind of saving it. That's one of the reasons I decided to pursue InterStella first. Is to kind of develop those skills. All right, so now we have a great silhouette, and let's do something with it. Ooh, do I want to do comic or comet? Wow, bleh. Sorry, more tea. Oh, that is good tea. Darjeeling, that is good tea. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the comet while I'm still awake. I feel like I'm getting a little tired now. Here we go. Kind of writing off the page there. Okay. We can work with that. He's like a little sweat droplet trying to keep up or something. All right. I think it's time to do more editions of, no. Okay, I'll do the part that I don't want to do, and that's a comet, so I'm going to have to do it anyways, so I might as well do it now. Okay. Make sure everything else is right. A couple others in the background joining in on the fun. Say it's a foot race, but it's not really a foot race. It's a floating race. Okay. And I'll do these too. Oh, I should have started on the left side because I gotta wait a second before. If I just jumped over, I'd probably blur that line. So I'll take a moment to check the chat. Let's see. What good? I'm not quite sure if I understand your question, Casper. What good tea is? Oh, what the tea is. It is Darjeeling tea. It's a black tea. I really enjoy tea. I'm still learning all the nuances of the different types, but it is just really like a floral tea. It's really good. Apparently, it's also really expensive too. I didn't know that Darjeeling was so expensive, but yeah, it's my Friday treat. And I just saw that Jada got here. Welcome. We were chatting earlier as well. So welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. So if you're drawing Stella, me, they're helping, they're supporting me, encouragement. Drawing and inking Stella, racing a comet. Okay, let me see if let me do the rest of these speed lines. You can tell that this brush is getting old because it's not having a super nice, like, see that, and we can see how like wobbly that line is. Yeah. Oh well, it's okay. This. All good. All right, now that I did the part. Oh, okay, I'll do her wings as well. The fun part is doing all of the suit lines, so it's not just like a silhouette of her, but anything that's straight line, you have to really focus. And it's like, oh, I don't want to do it. Okay, fine. Here. And choose one more wing. Yay. Okay. Jada asks, I thought you worked mostly in digital. No, it doesn't look like it today. No, we're traditional today. I actually started working traditional, and I really like traditional art. I actually kind of prefer it. I did most of InterStella. Well, I colored InterStella Space Angel digitally, but everything was drawn out in pencil, and I did most of the inks digitally. But I did like the last page, I think, of the comic. I did traditional inks because I admit I like the feel of traditional. It is nice when you're doing digital, and sometimes if you're doing like a close up of the head, or you really want to like get things perfect, like a ton of hair, looking really amazing. Digital is very helpful. You can use a lot of tools with inking, but it also takes a lot longer. So it's not sustainable for me to do every page in the long run, because this way it forces me to just keep moving. If I make a mistake, I just keep going. So I'm trying to get better at doing more traditional inks, because I think a lot of the pages I'm going to do for my main graphic novel are going to be traditional like that, and it'll just be faster. And maybe a hybrid. I've also talked, like, sometimes you can do things easier digital, other times it's just easier to do it traditionally. So it's kind of good to know both. It feels very satisfying doing it traditionally, though. I feel like I actually did something today. I still like digital too, but gotta get back in tune with the original pursuit of art, which was done by hand for me. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I need the cap. Oh, that's where the cap went. Wow, I got all confused really fast. Okay. All sorts of confused. This. Ooh. It's me. All right, so that's that. Yeah, so this is a lot more fun doing this part. Yeah, and Jada says it's funny. Most people think digital is faster. Yeah, it seems, at least for me, even the scanning, like it just teaches me to not be so concerned about making everything perfect, and it's so easy. It's almost impossible for me to not be concerned about trying to make every line perfect digitally, because it looks, you can zoom up like so close and fix it, and the temptation is kind of too great for me. All right, I'm gonna hop on the next song. There we go. A little too thumpy for today. Okay. Aha! I knew I was missing something. There we go. Pixels! And turn again. Okay. Okay. All right. I think ready to add some colors. Ooh. I almost forgot the star on her face. Very little. Okay. Okay. So making sure I have everything I need in here. Oh, I know I missed something else. One downside about this suit is there's like all these little tiny line details. But see, like that right there would have taken me 2 or 3 minutes to do digitally. What I did in less than 2 seconds. because I'd be zoomed up really close. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is add some color, and I'm probably going to keep the background. Yeah, I'm not, even though they're in space, I'm going to start by coloring them. I know I've actually tried this earlier by coloring the background, and it didn't go well because whenever you go over your Copic marker twice, it gets darker. So it looked kind of yucky. So I'll go ahead and start. Let's see, add all the markers, and I saw that Amos says, I actually prefer traditional inking over digital inking, but one way I relieve my stress is knowing that I can always go back and correct my bad mistakes digitally once it's scanned. Yeah. Yay for technology. Yay for scanners. Yay for Photoshop to fix those little inconsistencies. I think, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but it's so hard being okay with when you scan in something, it looks pretty gross at first. Like it's just because it showed, like, it looks good on paper, and then you scan it in, and then it's just like, ugh. That's the hardest thing for me to get over. But no one sees that up close, in a page, and then you put colors on it, and it just kind of hides, like, so it doesn't really matter. But it's getting over the hurdle of like, oh, it just looks very pixely when it's done traditionally and you scan it in. But that's the hardest thing for me, honestly. And that's, yeah, jumping that hurdle and just being okay with that lack of perfection. Or knowing that, you can fix things. But it does make it go faster, because at least I spend more time trying to sit there and make everything perfect. And it's not as fun, actually. I want to make I love making the book, but I also want to make it a little more fun. And sometimes there's certain times where it's just such a chore to try and have almost too much control over everything. And who wants to live like that? Okay. Ghost Cat says, I've been working on my computer so long, I miss working on paper. Remember paper? Paper misses you. I get it. I actually did some like watercolor paintings just for fun about a month ago, because I missed it so much. Maybe I'll pull one out a little bit. I miss, it's just tactile. Like we're made to live in a physical world, and so screens are still wonderful tools, but they're not the end all be all. Okay, this will probably get darkened. The lightest, yeah, I'm on the lightest one. Oh, it always looks so much darker. It's actually on the page. It's interesting. It looks a little more skewed on the monitor whenever I look up, but that's because I have to angle my camera in such a way so that my hand doesn't cover up the art. So like when I look at her face, I'm like, oh, it's a little more skewed. And then I look on paper, I'm like, oh, okay, we're good. It's still fine. Has anyone ever done that when you're drawing? And I'm like, I would sometimes like draw, like almost have my head down, and I'd be drawing, and then you sit up, and then you realize you've been kind of drawing on, it's like extended or totally skewed, and because when you're drawing from this angle, it looked right. Has anyone ever done that before? It's always like, oh man, it looked good. And then I sat up and it changed. There we go. Oh, interesting. That doesn't work. Oh, I'm very curious. Okay, good to know. Okay, let's darken the suit one more time. Ooh, I don't want to go too dark too quickly, but it could use a little more contrast. Please don't fall. I'm just going to do it like that. Yeah, so in response to that, the twisted version, been there, done that. I love it. Let's see. And Fitzfactor jumped in. Hello, welcome. Still live. I know. We're getting some work done. Hopefully you guys are too. If you're working on something. And Jada asked, what board are you working on? The texture tends to get overemphasized when scanned as opposed to the photo. I just heard today how to reduce my excess texture if necessary. Currently I'm working on like a cardstock paper. So it's pretty smooth. The tooth or the texture of the paper is pretty smooth already. So I don't usually have that issue. But I've had trouble with watercolor before, because especially cold press. So like the really rough texture can make a lot of little hills and valleys, and you scan it in and you get that texture look. I'm curious to know how you got around it, but one way this was a while ago, I remember learning you scan it, your painting one way, and then you turn it, it's like 180 degrees, and then you scan it again, and you superimpose those two images onto each other, and it's actually kind of amazing how it takes out all the little bumpy texture. You have to line it up pretty accurate, and then you can always take that merged copy and like sharpen it a little bit in Photoshop, so it's not like takes away some of the blur. So that's one way I've done that. Since then, I usually use hot press watercolor paper when I paint. It just kind of gets, I like the smoothness a little better, and it gets around having to not deal with that. That's the method. Yep. And I'll say, it looks like what we got here. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Congrats on getting the books printed. Looking forward to getting my copies and having a reading session with my nieces. Oh, that's so great. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so excited to get your copies to you. And as I was telling the others, looking like Monday. So far, UPS told me that they should have them by Monday. So hopefully that would be great. Then we'll be busy mailing them out this week. So, oh, thank you so much. That'll be great. I'm excited to get to share those with your nieces. Kids are fun. They're just great to love reading nerd and getting into it. It's been really fun. We're playing with my nephews and nieces and drawing and all that. So we got Yeah, awesome. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and keep working on finish this up. So we'll be done with this. Okay. So this is a little unique. Sorry, you get to see a little bit of the gears turning and the artist's brain being like, okay, how am I going to do this? I'll go ahead and finish this part. Needs a little more. Yeah, it's so tempting to want to do something with the space back there. I might throw a little bit of color back there. But I think for the most part, I'm going to keep it simple. Okay. Add a little bit of interest to the wings. That's what I might do. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Just keep it kind of light. That way it kind of still separates Stella from the background and the comets. Maybe I'll show you what I did, the mistake I did earlier. So I actually did this image before. So I drew this all out and I copied markered it. And I tried doing the background, but I wasn't really a fan how it turned out. And this is how it turned out. And this was kind of my practice one. So I did this. Sorry, I know it's a little shadowy, but you can kind of see it. So the problem, like when I went over it again twice, you can see around the edges here how it just got gross. I wasn't a fan. And this has happened to me before. And that's one of the things I'm not like a huge fan of markers is it kind of gets those weird inconsistencies. But learning, user error. So I'm going to try and keep it light. Just enough to separate. Make kind of emphasize the speed lines. It's helping little layer by layer. Okay, let's give this comet a little color. Ugh, so pixely. Sorry again. Let that dry for a second. Actually, I'll get this side too. Come on. Okay. Ooh, yes, this is a neck. Okay, so this is going to feel kind of dark. Let's see. Said, thank you. No worries about the name. Well, feel free. I know, like, sometimes I'm like mispronouncing people's names. I'm like, is that how it is? I'm not sure. Like, please spell out for me if you'd like me to know how to say it. I think I was like calling someone by their, totally incorrect. Like, they would participate in my live streams for like several months, and then I realized I was saying their name wrong. Like, I'm sorry. And Jada is bouncing, so thank you so much for coming. Yay! Cheerio. She has to go because she has painting. Painting due. Ooh, you go take care of that. I love how everyone seems to like working on something, especially if we have artists watching. Okay. Okay. Well, since you just joined, I guess telling everyone earlier, I apologize for the quality of or lack thereof, of the video. It's something I'm going to look into in the future. But now that the campaign is almost fulfilled, and once it is fulfilled, that's my next chore really, is to upgrade a lot of my equipment and technology and just take care of some of those things I've been putting off. I'm looking to hopefully at some point build a new computer, because I just need that processing power for doing art. My little laptop has been great and hanging in there for so long, but it needs to be put out to pasture soon. So I need to take care of that. It's looking better. Okay, so we're going to keep this kind of light. Get the comet tails in. All right, and I do have a little music in the background. It just kind of helps me be able to ink, so let me know if it's too loud or annoying or like nails on a chalkboard. Okay. Okay. I think that's fairly good. Might. Oh yeah, let me add a few highlights. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's already 5 o'clock. Woohoo, it's Friday. Friday. Okay. Turn. Okay. All right, so this one doesn't have like tons and tons of highlights, but I think we're just about done with this one. There it is. Oh, and let's see. Thanks, Fitz also had a bow out, so thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, interesting. Single F is a V and D is an H. Ah. Oh, how cool. Cool. Oh, that is so cool. Is it David or David? Sorry, you won't be able to answer that, but that's, oh man, I'm gonna have to look this up afterwards and like hear, maybe I'll have like examples. That's really neat. I love it. I love it. That's fascinating. I love hearing just about like, yeah, just different languages, and that's, it's so neat to hear that. Thank you very much for very graciously explaining that. That's really neat. I'm trying to learn French right now, so I'm not a linguistic person, but I think it's good to learn new languages. I'm trying to figure out where to put this, my initials, but I think I put it right here. There we go. Very cool. Very cool. There it is. Oh, I have one more drawing to do, but I think I'm going to save it. And I might actually do this again. It'll probably be like a pop-up live stream if I do it, or I might record it and then post it later. I'm trying to record my drawings and post them, or do a live stream because it's fun to hang out and interact. Let me think about that. But it is 5 o'clock now, so I think I need to start getting ready because I still got to go make dinner and take care of things. But I will let me go ahead and pull the camera a little out so we can see. Ooh, come on. Yeah, look at that. 2 down. So if you weren't here earlier, this is, so these are 2 of the referral drawings for the campaign. Doju-kun Comics had several actually referrals. Thank you so much for that. And so you got a bunch of little 4x6 drawings, and here are 2 of them so far. So this is, I don't know if it's his character, but it's a character on the left called Star Step. And then we have Stella here, racing a comet. So yeah, these were really fun to do. I really enjoyed them. Oh my goodness, it feels good to make art again. And thank you guys so much for hanging out. This was really fun. It was just really good to see everyone in chat and interact. And actually, it looks like Amos also has to head out. Thank you so much for joining me. Our looks good. Chef's kiss. Oh, shucks. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for hanging out, and everyone who supported the book, really appreciate it. Thank you for being patient. We'll keep you updated on the books arriving, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to put out either some recordings of art being made or another live stream. I'll kind of play it by ear. So, oh my goodness. He says, I'm so fast. I don't feel this feels slow. I see everyone else working so quickly. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up. But it is a lot faster than it has been. So thank you. It's getting there. It's getting there. So with that, guys, thank you so much. Please, I will go ahead and make sure to include the, if anyone's watching is interested in learning more about the campaign, it is open until Monday, so till the end of the weekend, and I will be locking addresses so you can get a book still by the end of the weekend. I will put the link in the show notes. Check it out, share with a friend. After that, I will eventually open a shop for my website, and you'll be able to purchase some books through there. But we're going to go ahead and get this thing wrapped up. And yeah, so again, you guys are great. Thank you so much for coming. And I will see you next time. Everyone, have a great day, an amazing weekend, and take care.